So this is a little bit different than what we normally do. We normally do a what we loved versus what we hated. And we haven't really hated anything on Arvia, so we can't really do that. That would be really unfair. We'd be making stuff up, so we're not going to do that. So we're going to do a little bit of a pros and cons. So if, for example, the first category, we'll take the entertainment. There are a lot of hit and misses on this ship with the entertainment. So the privateers, for example, we've seen them before. Yeah, big hit.
Phenomenal. Yeah.
We've seen them on Britannia, and yeah.
Yeah, I'd pay good money to go and see them in Manchester.
I would too.
Very good they are.
Yeah, I would pay to go and see the privateers. They are absolutely fabulous. So yeah, massive hits. And there was also a Caribbean band. They were brilliant. Absolutely, they had the whole clubhouse dancing. So yeah, absolute hits. Absolutely brilliant, both of them. But there've been a few misses. Now, I don't want to name the artists because this is people's livelihoods. But there have been a few in the theatre that... One that was really bad, I would say. It was embarrassing because everybody were walking out.
Yeah, they did do another set, though, in the main clubhouse. A couple of days later, we kind of redeemed themselves quite a lot.
Yeah, they did. But if we name what they are, then we're exposing them. So yeah. So there have been some hits and some misses. The Sky Dome entertainment is just bizarre.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I just...
Yeah, my little grandson, he's only 2, he hated that one last night. I had to take him out. Didn't like it at all.
And the thing is, it's not like... There's a story. There was a story. And I think that the singers, so for example, we saw this like spacey one, the singers were really good. I just think whoever has directed and who has ever put the shows together has put together really peculiar
I wasn't
shows.
too upset when I missed the Sky Dome to go and watch something else.
Yeah.
That was classing with it.
Yeah.
Really.
So I would say with the entertainment, it seems to be either really, really good or really, really bad. And there's some in the middle.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Just take it as it comes. You've had a few drinks, you've not paid for it.
The house band are good, aren't they? Pulse.
Oh, yeah, Pulse.
He's got a really good voice, that guy.
He held the Motown night on his own.
They're on here and there on the ship, can't they? Mainly the club, but yeah, they're worth a watch. They're pretty good, really.
Absolutely. So the next category I'm going to say is the food. So we've had some fantastic food on board, and we've had some pretty mediocre food as well, I would say. So, for example, the main dining room can be a little bit hit and miss.
Yeah.
So you had one of your best meals there.
I've had a meal on there. It was on one of the early nights when the first nights we go in the main dining room. I had a pie and mash, and I'm not exaggerating to say it's the best pie and mash I've ever had anywhere. It was perfection, and they put a bit of horseradish in the mashed potato. They had the red wine sauce. The pie filling was amazing. It was an absolute winner.
My son-in-law, for example, doesn't really like an English breakfast. He likes waffles and pancakes, and they do them, but he said they always seem to be a bit dry, as if they've been cooked for a while. So he's not been overly impressed with the waffle situation. No. I wouldn't know that. If we'd have come on the cruise like we normally do, just us two.
I've enjoyed the breakfast, so I think the buffet breakfast is very, very good. I think it's good choice. Fruit punch pretty good if you want an English breakfast. It's fine. It's definitely worth doing.
A bacon's bacon, isn't it? So an eggs are eggs, and it's all been cooked well.
I've got no complaints about the buffet.
So I would say we're saying the food is hit and miss, but you can always go somewhere else. I mean, I put a post on Facebook regarding the diner, and we had a fabulous time at the diner. We had steak, and somebody else had ribs. Absolutely brilliant.
You did a breakfast there one day as well.
Breakfast, fabulous. And yet other people in that Facebook post have commented and said how awful their experience was. So I don't know whether it's us or, were we lucky, or are people fussy, or is it just hit and miss? So that's why we've got a hit and miss section in this video. We also ate at the beach house. That was absolutely gorgeous. We ate at Green & Co., which ended up being our biggest surprise probably was Green & Co. We ate at a good old favourite at the Keel & Cow, fabulous steak, absolutely fabulous steak. And we also had a gorgeous meal at Sindhu. So I would probably say the food is more of a hit than a miss. The next category, I would probably just do a roundup of the ship itself. So she is a big ship and there's a lot of people on board. And I just think that if you want to go and sit in the swim up bar at the back, just you guys, it's not going to happen. But if you think, for example, on sea days, we just wasn't stressed about getting a sunbed. We just said, you know what, we're going to get up, we'll put our stuff on a chair and we'll go and get in a hot tub somewhere. And we could do that every single time. If you want to be on the top deck, sunning yourself from the second you get up, then you're going to be... Yeah, you're going to have to get up early to get that sunbed. So that could be something that really bothers you. So that's why I just wanted to put that in here.
The ship's strong part is the amount of hot tub it's got.
Wow, yeah. So people are scattered about on deck 8. Yeah. They've got like quite a lot on deck 8, lower down.
Yeah, they have all but the side of the ship.
And if you think, we've been on Britannia Cruise Line and they had 2 hot tubs for like about 3,500 people. So I'll insert in the video here how many hot tubs there are. There are a lot of hot tubs on this. So you've got people are gathered in different sections rather than everyone being on the top. So I think the design of this ship is very, very good. I think the public areas are beautiful. I know a lot of people don't like the atrium. They think it looks a little bit like an airport lounge. I really like it. It's airy. The big windows give you a feel of being outside. Maybe a miss for me is when you're dressed up nice and you're having a nice meal. We've had a few lunches in, for example, the Keel and Cow, we had a lunch, or the Olive Row, and you literally get naked bums walking by at the side of you because the only way to get from the hot tub to the lifts or the elevators is to walk through the restaurant. So it's quite, do you know what? It's funny. It's not that big a deal, but some people might not like that.
You can walk around the outside.
But you don't, you go to the nearest entrance, don't you? You could walk all the way
people don't realise
round.
they're walking through.
You just go to the first door from the hot tub. So then they're literally walking with the little naked bums going by. We've seen that a couple of times, which has been quite funny. But again, it's not that big a problem, but people have complained about that. So I do get that. So I'm putting this in hit and miss, but I would say it's a complete hit. And this is the Itinerary, because we have visited some beautiful islands on this Itinerary.
Yeah.
And the value for money is an absolute hit. You know, that you could get some flights. If you wanted to get a flight to St. Lucia or St. Martin and these places, you're going to be spending an absolute bomb for the flight. And to think of how much we have paid to do this. In fact, at the end of this video, I will put exactly how much it cost us and what we've spent and what the extras were. Now, I won't be able to do the offshore spend because I can't remember.
Yeah.
But I can tell you how many dollars we brought, and I'll just go through it.
When you consider the fact that they fly a transatlantic here as well. Which
and the flight was fine.
Especially now that Aer Lingus no longer fly from Manchester. Or well, they're not going to be doing.
They're not going
shortly.
to be doing.
That will put the prices of dealer airlines probably way up to a transatlantic flight now.
Well, it takes the competition out of it, doesn't it? So, yeah, I just think that when you look at the Itinerary, we wouldn't have visited any of these islands. For example, David has always wanted to go to Maho Beach. And he got to see the plain land in Maho Beach. And it was a bucket list thing for David. He really wanted to do that. I've always wanted to come to St. Lucia. So to be actually, in fact, as we're talking now, we're sailing past St. Lucia with the pitons, which I'll have done some videos. I might insert some videos here now of the pitons because that was a fantastic trip to do that. We really, really enjoyed some of the trips, and P&O trips have been really good. There was just one maybe that wasn't as good. The beach wasn't brilliant, but at the time we enjoyed it. It's just since then we've done better stuff.
Yeah.
So I think that in the time we had a lovely day, and we had our grandson while our kids went on a nice rainforest hike. It was in St. Kitts, I think.
St. Kitts, yeah, what was the beach called there?
Carambola Beach Resort.
Yeah.
And
it's okay.
It was okay.
And the beach bar.
And it wasn't expensive. No, I mean to get the trip wasn't expensive.
No, the trip wasn't expensive. The beach bar was fairly expensive and the quality wasn't great.
The food.
But then in contrast, what hours did we do yesterday?
We was
On the day before, Grenada, was it?
Go Grenada, yeah. Oh, that was amazing, the food there.
Yeah, there's a beach bar there, lots of food on really good quality.
And a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say the itinerary has been brilliant. We've had a fantastic trip. And if you're booked to come on Arvia, if you have the right attitude and you're not looking for things, you're always going to find something if you're looking for things that you don't like. This ship has been fantastic. The service has been great. We've had a really thoroughly fabulous time. Fabulous time. Thoroughly enjoyable time.
I would recommend it, yeah.
I would recommend it. I hope you've enjoyed the vlog series. Next year, well, it might be this year by the time you see this, 2026, by the time I've edited it, because it's about Christmas now. We've got some really good cruises planned, so maybe on a smaller ship, but we've also got on a big ship as well, and there'll be lots more in between. So yeah, if you haven't done so already, please hit subscribe, click up the thumbs, the like buttons, that really does help the channel, and hopefully we'll see you on some future vlogs. So we spent £6,580 in total on this holiday. And that's for everything. That's the money we spent off the ship. That's the money we spent on excursions, everything. If you'd like a breakdown, go and check out our disembarkation day vlog, because I put all the receipts on there for you to check out. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Hope to see you soon.